guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to just sit down and kind of get ready with y'all. I've accumulated quite a bit of new makeup lately, and I just wanted to either try it out for the first time or talk about it for the first time on my channel, even if I've tried it out a few times with y'all. I'm getting ready to go out of town in a few hours. Sat down and I was like, you know what? Let's just record it. So that's what we're gonna do. I've already done my brows. I did use something new. I used the Ulta Beauty Ultra Slim Brow Pencil in Blonde. And then my powder, I have been using the color Creased from the Makeup Geek in the Nude palette. And I love that powder for my brows. So that's what I used on my brows. And I did prime my eyes with my Bare Minerals because that's not changed. Let's zoom you in just a little bit. All right, we're gonna start on our eyes. The newest eyeshadow palette that I've gotten is actually one from Tom Ford. I had notes at Nordstrom that were burning a hole in my account, and I decided to get a new palette, and I got the Cocoa Mirage palette. So many people talk about this as being a staple. I really love these two colors right here. I love the undertone of them. They're very neutral, and I just find that they're gonna work for everything, so I wanted to get that. And we're gonna try it out, shall we? I'm gonna use my Wayne Goss number 16, and I'm gonna go into that lighter crease color. So there's 3 mattes and 1 kind of satin color. The almost rusty brown is a little bit of a satin. In true Tom Ford fashion, they are blending out very easily. This is so neutral, it almost leans gray. For the lid color that I want to use today, that might be okay. I got one of the new Hourglass Scattered Light Glitter eyeshadows, and I got the color Aura. And I don't know, it's kind of like this pinky color. I don't know whether I want to put a base down or not, but I feel like something needs to go down. You know what? I'm going to try it without a glitter glue first and kind of see how that works. I am going to put a little bit of a sticky base down, and I'm going to use the Bobbi Brown Longwear Cream Shadow Stick in Golden Pink. I knew pink was in the names somewhere. And I'm just going to put that on the lid to brighten up the lid a little bit. And honestly, I don't even know. I might try to take this darker color right here and just deepen up the outer V just a little bit. I'm not trying, well, I wasn't trying to have like a smoky eye, but holy pigmentation. That is not playing around. All right, so I'm taking a little bit of that shadow on my finger, and I just want to tap it on that. I like how it is not, I mean, it's more of a mature glitter. It's not something that I would be like embarrassed to wear out, like trying to act like I'm 28 when I'm really about to be 38 or even 18 for that matter. Some of those glitters are not playing around, but I am feeling like I'm having to build it up quite a bit. And that's with the base under it. So I can imagine I would have to build it up even more if I was going straight onto the lid or even on a glitter glue. Kind of feel like those 2 Tom Ford colors are almost melding into one color. I need to play with that more. I can't believe that it's not everything people have cracked it up to be. So I will definitely keep playing with that. Can't really complain too much because I didn't buy it. I didn't spend money on it, but. All right, now we're gonna go to our face. The next 2 products that I'm gonna use, well, the main base products, the primer and foundation product, were actually sent to me by the companies and Octoly. So this first one was sent to me by Guerlain and Octoly, and it's the Pore Minimizer Pore Correcting Treatment Primer. And I saw this and I'm like, wow, that's only $29. That's great. And then they sent it to me and I opened it and I'm like, wow, that's $29? I mean, it's only half an ounce. But in true Guerlain fashion, that would make the ounce $58, which is what you would expect. So I did swatch this, and it is so heavily scented, y'all. And so I'm doing this one time, and if I like the effects, it's going in my kit because it is very scented. I just don't get the scent, but what we're working with. So it's not what you would consider a pore primer. It's kind of running down my finger a little bit. It's definitely not the moussey texture that a lot of pore filling primers can be. And I really just want to put it in the areas where my pores, oh my goodness, it's so strong, where my pores are the worst. So I don't have any new correctors to try out, so I'm going to use my normal Color Science and Giorgio Armani. That sunk in really well. It doesn't feel tacky. I'm going to look at my face here in a minute and see if I can tell a difference even without foundation on. It almost feels a little tight as I'm sitting here. Maybe it's sucking my pores into themselves. I got a new sponge and I forgot to wet it. Let me show it to you. It was on sale at Ulta. Do you need any other reason to buy something at Ulta than it's on sale? It's the Japanesque Beauty Sponge Kumidori collection. It's like red and black marble. It had really good reviews and it was on sale for like $7.50. So I don't know if it was on sale because they are going to be discontinuing it. I'm not sure, but all right, let's check out these pores. They look about the same. So let's go into our foundation product and then we will see if they look any better with that on top. This was also sent to me by Octoly and Laura Mercier, and it's their Tinted Moisturizer Oil-Free. So if you watched my top 5 favorite BB creams, CC creams, tinted moisturizers video, you know that the Tinted Moisturizer Illuminating made it into that video because I absolutely adore that tinted moisturizer. I wanted to try the oil-free version because if I were to put one in my kit, it would be the oil-free. I just feel like I can make it radiant by adding other things in it. And I just know that the illuminating is not going to work on all skin types. So I wanted to try this out. I really am trying to really narrow my kit down to like a light, a medium, a heavy, or full, and a tinted moisturizer product versus the 15 different foundations I have in it right now. So I'm going to try this. I got the color 2W3 Natural. A natural is what I am in the illuminating tinted moisturizer. I did put a little bit on my hand when I first got it. It's thicker than the illuminating one. So what I'm going to do, I use my hands with the illuminating one. I'm going to try to use my hands, but I think it's just going to be too thick. All right, in true tinted moisturizer fashion, it is not covering up all my redness. I didn't expect it to, so I'm not faulting the product for that. I feel like the majority of it can be mixed in with your hands, but it is much thicker, in my opinion, in consistency than the illuminating one. So if you have the illuminating one, it's not going to be the same feel. So just because I'm going to go back over it with my sponge, but I really think that I could get away with not doing that and just using my fingers. Okay, I'm just using this brush to get up into my hairline so I don't get my hair any dirtier. I will say I'm pretty impressed with the finish. I feel like it is a natural finish. A lot of times when I hear oil-free, I automatically think it's going to be a matte product, and this is not matte at all. I wouldn't call it illuminating like the other one, but it's definitely not matte. It is a nice natural skin-like finish, and I'm not mad at it. The only thing I don't like about this is the same thing that I don't like about the illuminating, and that it is a chemical sunscreen. The better thing about it is that this one doesn't have avobenzone where the illuminating one does, and that's my avobenzone and oxybenzone are my least favorite chemical ingredients in SPFs. And this one just has octinoxate and octisalate. So, just in case anybody was wondering. Now, my concealer, I don't think, this is not very new to me. I've had it for probably about a month, but I don't think I've talked about it on camera yet. So I'm going to today. And it's the Philosophy Renewed Hope in a Jar Complete Concealer. Again, the Renewed Hope in a Jar skin tint made it into my top 5 when we were talking about skin tints and CC creams and tinted moisturizers. I adore that product, so I was all about trying this, and I actually really like it. I got the color Sand, and I love the packaging. I love that really skinny tip. It makes for very precise dispensing, and I just take a tiny little bit like that. So this is not going to be like a brightening color for me. I feel like I'm a broken record on some of these things, but I just don't like necessarily to have a bright under eye. Nothing needs to be brought to attention under there. And then it is a little bit more yellow than the tinted moisturizer, so it does look a little bit brighter. But once everything gets on there, powders and everything, it's not going to be super bright. So it just blends in really easily. Wow, it looks really bright in the viewfinder. Really good coverage. I mean, it's not like I don't know, I'd say it's a medium to full coverage, but it wears really nicely throughout the day. Okay, I'm just going to set with my normal Mer Powder under my eyes. Now, I know that I have not talked about this powder on camera. I've had it for a little while, but honestly, I've only used it a few times. And it is the Chantecaille Loose Powder. And it's in the color Subtle. So it comes in this really pretty packaging. The reason I got this was because of Michelle Wong. She did like a powder week, and she talked about this. And it's talc free. And so I wanted to give it a try. I have not made up my mind about it. Honestly, that's the color. I don't know. This is one of those powders that I love. Oh, no, I can't do powder yet. Oh my goodness, what am I thinking? My blush is cream. Okay, I'm gonna lightly lay down. I'll hold that thought on my review. Anyways, let's do blush. This is the Clinique Chubby Stick Cheek Color Balm in Robust Rhubarb. So I just got this because Clinique was 5 times the points and I wanted to try it. So what I like to do when I'm using cream blushes, especially when they come in sticks, is I like to apply them to my hand first to warm up the product so you can see the color right there. And then I will take my finger, tap it in, get a little bit on the end of my finger and tap it into my cheek. I wanted something brighter because I just don't have, most of my cream blushes are like more neutral. And then just to kind of dial it down, I'll take that brush that has a little bit of that tinted moisturizer. Okay, we'll have to see once we set and do everything else if I need to put a powder one over it. All right, back to the powder. What I have determined so far is that this is one of those powders that I feel like looks better on me 4 hours after I apply it. I just feel like that's the best that it looks over that blush. I just feel, even though I use a very small amount, I don't know, I just feel like it looks like powder on my skin. I mean, I'm not sending it back. I'm not giving up on it. I'm going to try this one because I don't think I've tried it on camera. And it's the Osmosis Color South Beach Bronzer. So if you don't know, Osmosis makes my very favorite foundation of all time. And I really want to delve more into their other color products. So I got the bronzer, and I've tried it only a couple times. I'm gonna see if I feel the same way this time. I felt like the first time it wasn't quite dark enough, but we shall see. And honestly, this bronzer is probably gonna cover that blush up because I like to put it all over my face. Right now, I have no idea what it looks like. Let me see. I don't know. I'm not digging the way my face looks right now. And I don't know that it's any one product. You know what it might be? Because I'm not loving my under eyes, but I know it's not that concealer. I had to use a different eye cream this morning because I ran out of my Drunk Elephant. Hung me off that, and I just don't feel as bronzed as I normally do. So I'm just gonna go in with a little bit of this Note bronzer. I feel like that bronzer is a little pink toned, the Osmosis. Look, I'm gonna end up putting 18 layers of bronzer on my face. Sorry, my big mirror is over here. I'm still not loving it. Okay, this is what happens sometimes. And I know some of y'all can't stand first impressions. Like, I'll be probably talking about a lot of this other stuff, the new stuff in my favorites and fails. But sometimes it's just fun to try new makeup with y'all. Okay, this was also sent to me by Laura Mercier and Octoly. And this I'm super excited about because I did cheat and put this on my cheeks last night, and it's gorgeous. It is the Face Illuminator in Indiscretion. So it comes in their typical Laura Mercier packaging. And look at that. I mean, I've seen these, I don't know how many times, but how gorgeous is that? It's so pretty. It's like a goldish, but it almost has a tad of a rose undertone It's very hard to explain. They also sent me the, excuse me, the Laura Mercier fan brush. So we're going to try it with that first. See how it works. If that brush doesn't work, we will try it with my normal highlighting brush. Like, I can see it. I like it. Let's try the other side with my Anastasia A23. I like fan brushes for blush sometimes, but I tend to like this one better for highlight. But y'all, look at that glow. It's very natural looking too. Like, I have little bumps, clogged pores up here that just never want to go away. And this is not accentuating them. Like, it's very, very pretty. So A++ on the highlighter. And it depends on how you like to apply it. Whether or not, I mean, it's a very good brush. It's very well made. I just don't prefer this for highlighter. But again, I do like it sometimes for super pigmented blushes. So I will be definitely using that again. I think my problem is these lights are so unforgiving that a lot of times I won't like something on the camera or in front of these lights, and then I'll go downstairs and look in the mirror and I'm like, oh yeah, I kind of like this. Buffing fixes everything. I buff with the ambient lighting powder and radiant light. If y'all don't do this step, I highly recommend it. Just taking like a duo fiber brush of some kind when you're done with all of your powders and just buffing your face. It just makes a difference. I'm gonna go back in under my eyes with my Wayne Goss number 20, and I'm just gonna take that light, it happens every time, that light color, and just put a little bit under the eyes. It's the eye cream, y'all. I'm gonna have to go downstairs and order more of that Drunk Elephant C Tango eye cream right after this, because it obviously makes a huge difference in how my concealer applies. Okay, so thoughts on this. True to form Tom Ford formula, I love that most of them are mattes, because a lot of his palettes aren't like that. You might get one matte. I like how 3 of these are mattes. I do like the neutral undertone. I am not the biggest fan of this eye look for some reason. I don't know why. I feel like it looks kind of muddy. But it could be just the mixture of, you know, the lid color, and I don't know. I don't know what it is. I'm going to have to keep playing with that. But if you have the Coco Mirage palette, let me know what you think. Okay, I'm going to curl my lashes. I have a new mascara and primer to show y'all. Okay, I curled them and also did my lower lash line with my MAC Giga Black Lash. But the new mascaras, CoverGirl sent me their new Lash Blast Amplified Primer and their Flourish by Lash Blast mascara. So this has like coconut oil, I think avocado extract or oil in it. So it looks to be like they're trying to be more like on the natural, let's put lots of enriching ingredients in there. And so we'll see. We shall see. But this primer, y'all know that L'Oreal's primer is my favorite. That's what the mascara wand looks like. I'm not even going to use my Jane Iredale lash conditioner because I just really want to test out how this works. Okay, one pro for it already is that I can actually see it on my lashes. Like the L'Oreal Lash Paradise Primer, I felt like I could never get any product off the wand and actually get it onto my lashes. I don't feel like that's the case with this. So let's go ahead and go into the mascara. This is what the mascara wand looks like. It's much skinnier than the primer. It does have like plastic teeth, and I am not typically a fan of that. All right, I'm gonna put one more coat on, and then I think what I'm gonna do is off camera, I'm gonna do my normal mascara routine on my other eye, and I'm gonna let y'all decide. So no mascara, the CoverGirl primer and mascara. So I'm gonna go off camera, do my regular Jane Iredale L'Oreal primers and my Chanel Le Volume on this eye, and we'll see how they compare. Okay, so Now we have the Chanel on this side with my favorite primers and the CoverGirl on this side. Let me see what, this is a little PR package. Okay, so it has coconut, avocado, and papaya oils, inspiring you to unapologetically indulge. It's in 4 shades. Mine's just the black. Okay, this does say it builds volume and adds definition with every stroke. So for lips, one more thing was sent to me for lips, kind of like a topper because it's a gloss, and while I love a gloss, these are not very opaque. And they are the Lancome Juicy Tubes. So they sent me maybe all their colors. They sent me like 8 colors. I did try one of them out last night, and what I have found is I think they all kind of end up looking the same. I tried this Simmer number 44, and I didn't really get that color on my lips. Like, I just got a really pretty gloss. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to put a little bit of a lighter lipstick on, and I'm going to try this darker color and see if that shows up better. So I'm just going to put a little bit of my YSL Pure Couture in Beige Tribute. Okay, and now I'm going to try this color. This is in the color Tickled Pink, number 43. So you can see it's almost like a mauve pink, but when you swatch it, it definitely loses some of that color in the tube. So, I mean, it's a gloss. I don't expect it to be opaque, but I'm just wondering if they show up different enough to warrant the different colors. They smell good. They smell fruity. I think that darkened it a little bit, but I don't think it looks like the color in the tube. So just something to think about if you do want like a gloss. These aren't very sticky. They're a little bit thicker, but I don't mind that because I feel like that they're gonna stay on longer, but I don't find them to be sticky. And like I said, they do smell good, but they're not opaque. So if you're looking for something that's actually gonna show up this color on your lips, it might not be the one to pick, but I do like that combination. We are finally through this video. Let's pan you out a little bit. We made it. We made it. So end result, like the standout products to me are the Laura Mercier highlighter. The other ones I'm just gonna have to keep trying. I do like the tinted moisturizer. I do feel like it looks good on my face. Again, natural, but not too much. And it doesn't look like it's cake. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh my goodness gracious. It doesn't look like it's gonna cake up throughout the day because it is very lightweight. I mean, it's a tinted moisturizer. So while it was thicker in consistency, I don't find it looks thick on the face. The other stuff, I'm gonna have to keep playing around with. I do like the Tom Ford palette. I just need to I don't dislike the eye look today. I just need to try it some more. So you know, this was really just a let's play with some new makeup that I have to keep trying out to give you my final thoughts. So stay tuned for a favorites and fails video, because other than that highlighter, I'm just gonna need to keep trying. I will say the primer is a no for me, only because the fragrance is just so high and I don't necessarily see much difference with my pores. So even though I felt like this video was a little all over the place, I hope you enjoyed it and at least found it entertaining, and will subscribe and like if you haven't already so you don't miss out on any future content. And thank y'all so much for watching. I hope you all go out and have a very blessed day.